Bobby? Bobby, check the cabin filter. Yes. Because if there's been pitter-patter, there might be droppings in the cabin filter, and this guest would not like to be breathing that in. Just saying. You never know, there could be whatever type of effery in the little filter. We don't need that. We don't need it. Do we? Welcome to Cosmic Automotive. How can I help you today? You are looking to get your chariot looked at. We can do that. We'll pop the hood, and we'll see what's going on. You just put in your information, and I'll get Bobby down here to take a look. Bobby, station 1, I need you to look at the chariot in station 1.
A few moments later.
It looks like you've had some stank energy. Pitter-pattering or walking around your chariot. You've also had some unnecessary friends or acquaintances, and your chariot doesn't like going certain places. So wherever you've been thinking about cutting people up and out of the way, that is what's going to help your chariot run smoothly. We're all set. So, your keys, and we hope you have a great day.
Your guides are begging you to slow down, because wherever you feel like there's conflict, you feel like there's a hard choice that you have to make, but you need to go with your gut feeling, because there is a betrayal on the way that you are going to be able to avoid. Trust me, you are going to be able to avoid this. You are on high alert right now, and you can be on alert, but you don't have to be on high alert. You don't gotta be on life alert. You feel me? And that's how you're feeling right now. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Like, but if you slow down, you quieted all of the noise, wherever you've been overexerting and overworking yourself, you are seeing that this is a really hard lesson. That if you keep going at the same pace that you are going, the lesson is only going to become even that much harder. Your star power is coming out, and you are about to be very successful, but it's something that you don't see coming. There is some type of interception. Someone is trying to intercept. So you have a lot of people that want a piece of you. They want a piece of your energy, and I don't think you realize that. They're looking at you like, oh my gosh, they're an easy target. I could make so much money off of them. Or, oh my gosh, there were people thinking that you were an easy target. Absolutely not. OMFG, you were right, run. And all of this is supposed to be making your life easier. So let me be clear. If somebody says to you, I'm going to make your life easier, but they're not making your life easier. If you felt low, sad, depressed, discombobulated the last week, you are now aware of your surroundings and your intuition. Don't ever doubt your intuition. You are feeling this for a reason. The reason being, these were not the right people. They were slowing down your momentum. They were going to slow down your chariot. They were going to slow down everything in your life except for your freaking heart rate. You feel me? So it could have looked like everything on paper was perfect. Like, oh, well, they do this, they do that. They're certified. It's like taking your car to a shop, right? You know they're certified. Do they have low prices? Do they take care of you? Are they friendly? Then you go to this other shop, and they're intuitive. They're not forcing things. They're not making you feel bad about what you need. This is how you're going to be looking at things in all areas of your life. Everything that wants to connect with you, you need to think if you want to connect with it. It does not matter how good it looks on paper. It doesn't matter. A lot of things look good on paper right now. It doesn't mean that they're actually good for you. You feel me? So I'm trying to think of like how to word that. I swear Mercury feels like it's in the microwave for me still. I feel like I had an easy Mercury retrograde, and then it really went out with a bang, and then this is like the tail end of it. So be patient with me as I try to like get the words out. But basically, someone or environments look really good on paper, but you intuitively feel like you're going crazy when you look at what looks good, and it's hitting every pro mark, not the con list, but the pro list. You're like, this looks like it should be the better option, but it's something is telling me that it's not. So if you've been feeling depressed, if you've been feeling sad, trying to go with what looks good on paper, that does not intuitively feel good for a reason. For a reason. I'm trying to think of other, sometimes just like touching the calculator helps me think. It's like a car shop, getting a service, a job. There could be a lot of things that look good in black and white. But when you go into the place and you're like, oh, do I really want to work here? I don't really know if I like the culture or the vibe or the people. You need to listen to that. Listen to your intuition because it's being supercharged. Your prayers are being answered in a very magical way. And you need to allow the truth and the magic to be involved. People are making things seem harder than they are. So let's say you always get your chariot serviced at this one place and they make it look easy, effortless. It's not anything crazy for price. And you just get it in and out, in and out, in and out. Then you take it to another place, say down the street, and they make it seem like you have the most complicated car ever. Like, how have you even been driving it this way? They just make you feel terrible about it. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I had like no idea. And then because they have all of the bells, whistles, awards, programs, benefits, they make it seem like, how have you been living without us? Like, you obviously really need us. People think that this glow that is seeping from your pores, literally, that is seeping from your pores is theirs to take. Think about this. Think about this. People think I can connect with them. That could be mine too. All of that magic. No, stop and reassess. So they could be trying to talk you into something. You know what? I'm going to get a couple estimates. I'm going to get a couple quotes. I'm going to do a couple different consultations and I'll come back to you. I don't care if you're buying a car. I don't care if this is for a job. I want you to tell people I'm going to think about it. And then go home and think about it. How did I feel while I was there? Did I feel like I was being rushed? Like I was being talked into things? Did I feel uncomfortable? Was I gaslighting myself? Think about how you feel when you get home from said place. Do you feel drained? Do you feel like you still have questions? And that is something that you're going to realize, like, I still have questions. I still feel uncomfortable. So if I still feel all of those things, it's not for you. It's not for you. Because right now, your life as a chosen one is supposed to be easier than ever. You are in a season of relax and rest, which could make you uncomfortable. Let's be real. You are a giver and a doer and a mover and a shaker. You don't like just sitting still. You're not a sit still, oh, I'll just wait to receive. Okay, that would be cool. No, you're not used to that. And there are a lot of different options that you have, and they're all coming in at once. But I want you to take a step back and think, what is making you comfortable? What is making your life easier? What makes you excited? When you're looking at this job and you're looking at that job, which job makes you excited? When you're thinking about going on a date with Johnny and then you're thinking about going on a date with Bobby, which one makes you excited? Which one makes you feel more comfortable? Which one is easier to talk to? So think about people that are on the same frequency truly, not people that are trying to tell you, well, duh, it's listed all right here. Of course I'm on the same frequency. Hello. But they're not. They are not. There is an area of your life that has more potential than you think. You might think, oh, I might have a better season than last season. No, this is going to be way better than you could imagine, but you don't see it. You feel like everyone is giving you a fish in a cup. You're like, well, I thought I was getting this. And then, so there's people trying to hide things from you. And you're going to be uncovering that. You're going to be uncovering things, clocking things. This is what you do, bestie. Don't ever forget. You clock, you see, you clock, you see, you know, this is what you do. Don't let other people make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. Don't let them make you feel like a burden. That is number one. You are so used to feeling like a burden. from other people. And Spirit is trying to show you, hello, you are the mother MFN emperor. You are the emperor. You are the boss. You are the CEO, the CFO. You are the head one in charge. If you felt like you were at a dead end, you are actually at a fork in the road. If there is only one option in front of you and it seems terrible, there is another option on the way that will be better, that will immediately elevate and take a burden off of your chest. Don't go anywhere where you feel like a burden. And these people, some of them you're going to be removing. And then for others of you, there's a lot of people getting up out of the way. They have been airlifted. They have been evacuated out of your life for a reason. And you could be wondering, motorcycle, there's a Harley. You could be wondering like, oh my gosh, where did they go? They were here 1 minute and they were gone the next. They were removed for a reason. Now it's time to bring in the people that are supposed to be your champion, your confidant, your bestie for the new season. You are not supposed to be pressed. You are not supposed to be running around. And the more you do this, the more you will find resistance, the more you will be challenged. All you need to worry about is being direct about what it is that you want, about what it is that are your expectations, and let God do the rest. You are fully understanding the untapped potential in your prayer, in the way that you manifest, in the way that you bring things towards you. And I don't know if you are becoming like an overnight sensation or overnight celebrity. Whatever you do as a chosen one, it's going to happen before you can even blink your eyes. You're going to be over here thinking you're in a rut, trying to get your whole life together still, and that's when it's going to happen. It's going to blindside you. So all of this information that has been flying around your head, like, well, I could go with this person and they have a whole list of things that they're good at, and maybe I should work at this job because there's a whole list of things that would benefit me. Even if the benefits seem good, but they don't make you feel better, it is not for you. Wherever you are going, you are being spiritually protected. Let me give you an example. You go to a job, or let's say you work at a job, and everybody that you work with is freaking Looney Tunes. And you're like, why do I freaking work at this circus? Like, what am I doing? But you get paid well. You got benefits. Whatever it is, people, it seems like they're getting picked off one by one. And you're like, oh my gosh, where did Susie go? Where did Bobby go? Where did Veronica go? Where is Johnny at? And they've all been fired or they've put in their notice. That is to show you where you are spiritually protected. So you're going to see environments like this where people are being picked off one by one. Justice is being served. They're being put in their place. Or if they're around you, there is somebody guarding you. So for instance, let's say Sally Joe can't stand you, but Sally Joe's still here. If Sally Joe even gets to play ball, depending on what God or the divine says, there will be somebody that stands in the way as a mediator that says, back up. Back up. This could be a supervisor, a boss, and they will publicly put them in their place. You will help collective. You will do this favor for collective. You will help them cover shifts. You will let that magic unfold. It's untapped. It's unmatched. That is to show you where you belong. That is to show you that you are protected. This is coming in faster than normal. So maybe you're used to seeing this in like one environment or one scenario, but there are being people removed for a reason, and you are being spiritually protected. You don't need to be around anything low vibrational, anything parasitic. Nope, it's not happening. So you have a whole spirit team that is on standby, that is making sure that you are on the path to becoming a star. So follow your gut right now, because it is more than just a feeling. Be real with people. Be real with them with what your expectations are. Like, let's say you got to walk away from somebody and you're like, hey, we're just not in alignment. You know, I had a friend the other day that said that to me. Just say, hey, we're just not in alignment. I was like, oh, you're so right. You're so right. So you could say that because you need to focus on the meaningful relationships and how you're going to build those and how you're going to make those better. But most of all, you need to be defensive and protective of yourself so you could take better care of yourself. You've been in a lot of different seasons of taking care of a whole bunch of different people, putting everybody else first. It makes you uncomfortable to put yourself first, and you are being told to sit in it. Because it's one thing for you to run off and do a whole bunch of things by yourself. That's might feel like you're putting yourself first, but around others. Saying, I will serve myself first. I will do this for myself first when others are around. That is something that you have to get better at. You are going through a spiritual rebirth, so you need to allow your authentic self to emerge. If you are picking up what I am putting down, affirm it below. I will allow my authentic self to emerge. We are just getting started. And you are not never going to forget all of the people that targeted you, that thought it would be so easy peasy. You are not going to forget all of the people that made you feel like it was a burden to be your friend, to pencil you in, to go to lunch, to help you out, to ease any type of suffering. No, they are not for you. So everyone is going to be seeing this new boss mode of you, how professional you are, how efficient you are. You are professional, you are efficient, you are witty, you are smart, you are intelligent. You are all of these things. So a lot of people think, oh, I could easily love bomb them and it'll be so easy. I can give them these crumbs, it's so easy, but it's not. They think it's easy, but it is not. Reason being, you will clock it. Okay? You will clock it. You're gonna know. They're like, how will they know? You're gonna know. You're gonna know. Because when you walk away from the conversation, when you walk away from, you're just gonna feel like, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel like they're really what they say they're about. And then will come the proof. That's how powerful your prayers are. So you have this inkling that they're up to something, or that something doesn't match. And before you can open your eyes again, here comes the proof. It could be on you. The proof could be in your literal lap. That's how fast it's going to come in. This new era of your life is about your new light. You are being seen in a different light. And now you will have time to observe the things that you have missed. So we have thrive. You are making the best of the blessings that you have in your life, and you're going to concentrate on what's working. You are going to concentrate on what's working. That is one of your biggest clues, because so much feels hidden, like you're not supposed to know it yet. But one thing that you can count on is your intuition. There's a lot of magic unfolding for you behind the scenes. So think about it. You want to go work at this job over here, but this job seems to be working for you. So you're like, I could go there, but this seems to be working. You're going to stick with what works. There's going to be temptation that tries to come in and throw you off your path. Distractions that come in and try to knock you off your path. People that are going to try to sell themselves like, oh, I could do that better. This is your time to reflect. So God is showing you that you are the catalyst for change. You are a rebel. You are a rule breaker. And a lot of people expect you just to do things the way that they expect you to do things. They assume it's wrong. Like, oh, because they're a nice person, they'll just do what I say. Or because this is how we normally do things, they're just going to do what I ask. When they should be worried is when you go quiet. When you need a moment. When you're reassessing. Because you're not taking any empty promises to the bank. You're not taking any crumbs there either. These people have the wrong one. It's like they just see you as this angel, right? They don't see the lion. Not yet. They see you as this little angel. And then when you show them like, actually, that's not going to work for me. I thought about it. I'm going to have to walk away. That is when they realize that you are gentle enough to close the lion's mouth. And who could do that? You can do that. They're like, wait, what? I'm so confused. I thought they were going to let me just run amok. No. Because you have been through the cold. You've weathered the storm. You've been in many winters. You are working on areas of life where you feel resentment, where you feel like you didn't communicate enough. You are working through those shadow aspects. Like, I wish I didn't do that. I wish I would have said more. There's a lot that you're reflecting on and areas of where you have too much. Where do you feel like you have too much going on? And how can you start unloading that? Not unleashing, but unloading. Like, let's say you're spring cleaning. You're like, I want to clean my house. I want to get some things organized. And you're noticing you've got a lot of hats. And you're like, why do I have all these hats? What am I doing? So maybe you want to take them to Goodwill. Maybe you want to donate them. Whatever you want to do. You have everything in a little compartment of life. Everything is in its own category. And you're like, I want to pull this out of this little slot. And I want to fix it. That is one reason you need to slow everything down. So you can pull every compartment out and take care of it. This is your season to do that. Because when you don't get to slow down and do that, you're rushing past all of the little compartments and you're like, okay, God, I'm asking for more. I'm asking for more. Where is the more? And God is saying, look at all your little cubbies. They look pretty full. They look like a dirty hamper. What is going on? Where would you like me to put the more? We have to make room for the more. And that is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be dejunking, debunking, unloading, because you have a lot to give. You have a lot to offer. And you are not going to let people take advantage of you anymore. So I feel like you're doing a lot for charity, or you're a humanitarian. I feel like you're going to be donating time, donating money, or donating items. And I think that's good. You've been in many different positions where you haven't had a lot, and now you are going through every cubby like, I have a lot to give. I'm going to start giving it. This is going to make room for you to start enjoying yourself. Okay, you get rid of all those hats. Guess what? You have room for an easel. You have room for artwork or whatever it is that you want to make space for. But you are embodying this youthful glow and this essence that you have. People think that you are younger than you are, so you might be easier to take advantage of. And that cannot be further from the truth, and they're starting to see that. It's almost like when they come up to you, they don't realize that you have so many options. They get a whiff of how generous you are, and they're like, oh, cool, I can make this an everyday thing. Cool. And then you back up, and they realize, oh my gosh, they have more than me going on. They've got more options. Yeah, these people are delusional if they think that you're just going to do whatever the heck. And for some reason, that's a theme. You having to deal with bullies. You having to deal with people that are pushy, that are not around you for your highest good. And you're going to graduate from this lesson with flying colors, training wheels off, hats in the air. It's going to be up and stuck. And then once you get past this, these little curveballs that you feel like you've been thrown, and you have all your cubbies organized, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, all these people that ever made me feel like a burden. This was not hard to do. I just needed the right people. I needed to get rid of the wrong people. So let's say the people are like their own little cubbies. God got rid of some of them, but we've got to get rid of the rest that don't belong. And then once we have all of these cubbies tidy and cleaned on this shelf, then we can proceed with putting the right people in place. People that deserve to be there. because you only deserve the what? The very best. But yeah, you have a lot of people that thought it would be so easy to just slide through devil energy in reverse. And you are breaking free of, why did I think that I had to do that? Why did I think that they were the best? Why did I think that I should work here? It's a good time for you to slow down and see how divinely protected you are and how you deserve this fresh perspective on how you should be helped, how you should be loved, how you should be cared for, how you should be taking care of yourself. So wherever you feel like the choice has been hard, follow your heart and your desires will stop fighting against each other. But yeah, you're paying attention now. Okay, is there any other tea that we need? We have FOMO, fear of missing out. You might be wondering like, oh, well, they did have a lot of credentials, or they did have a lot of things that they said they could do good. What if I picked the wrong person? It can't happen. It can't happen, because even then you would still be protected, but you might just back out at the last minute. So you might look like a little bit of a flake, but that's okay, because being a little bit of a flake is better than making the wrong decision and it being semi-permanent. So if you fear that you're missing an opportunity, no, you need to go where you feel wanted. Go with your intuition, go with your judgment, go with the hunch, because your discernment, trust your discernment. Where do you feel happy? Where do you feel like it's easy? Where do you feel like you can rest? Like, oh my gosh, it's not that bad. I don't know why these other people were making it seem like it was so much. It's because they wanted to get more and more and more out of you. Seriously, they wanted to get more and more out of you. If they make you seem like, oh my gosh, you're just so much. Oh, I'm going to need some more money. I'm going to need some more time to help you because it's just a lot. No. Look, break up. You are going through some breakups. Wake up. Where are you breaking up? Where are you releasing? Where are you letting go? Because these people don't really deserve your time like that. And maybe there's some others that you've pulled away from and now they're having to reconsider how they've been treating you. So they might, have to keep it a buck. They might have to keep it 100 with how they need to not come at you sideways or not be appreciative. But you have magical blessings on the way. Think about where you're excited to go. Like where people are smiling and they're happy to see you and it's just light work. Where they want to make magic happen. Think about that too. Where is the magic happening? Where are people creating the magic? Where it's light work for them, it's light work for you, and you don't even think twice about the investment or what you're doing. Not because you're not listening to your discernment, but because you just know that it's the right thing to do. Start giving to yourself in front of others. The others especially. Okay, Holy Spirit, is there anything else we need to know? We have Cloud 9. There's a lot of people that just don't understand you right now. Like, are they okay? What do you mean? What do you mean? Because you have confidence? Because you care about yourself? Because some people are looking at you like, oh, what do they think they are, a movie star? You predicted it. You make a lot of predictions that come true. So Spirit is wanting you to acknowledge that, because even though it looks like to society or these groups or these people that you're breaking the rules, you're keeping yourself safe. So you got a whole brick wall in your pocket if need be. Affirm it below. I got a whole brick wall in my pocket. Don't try me. Okay. You have been burned by the worst of them. So if this breakup is necessary, you're ready. You're ready. Are you excited to break up with them? Like, you know what? I feel like I'm going to be relieved after I send them that text. Do it. Your predictions are going to serve you well. When you're looking at the list of the pros and the cons, and they have more pros than cons, but you still don't feel good about it, and you walk away and you do something else that makes you feel better, that feels more in alignment, you will have predicted it. Spirit is saying, look at the way that you predict things. Don't sleep on yourself. This is not the season where you're finishing last. That's not what's happening. We have viral. Somebody here is going viral, famous, and it's happening soon. It's going to feel like it's happening overnight, that you have more streams of income. You're not even going to know how this is happening. I'll tell you how it's happening. First of all, you got a whole brick wall in your pocket. Second, you are not doing the most. You've got to let others do for you. Maybe how you were raised, you were always having to do for others, or you had to parent your parents, or you didn't have adult supervision. I can relate to that. So there's something in you that's like, don't enjoy yourself. You're always like punishing yourself on the low. Some people maybe don't know that about you, that you're silently punishing yourself. Like, oh no, I don't deserve to go out to dinner. Oops. I don't deserve to, have the love of my life. I shouldn't want too much. No, it's time to clean house so you can want what you want. You can say what you say. You can stand on it. Keep it a buck with yourself, with what makes you excited, because your inner child is doing a lot of healing. Don't let people emotionally manipulate you into thinking that you're the problem. You had a lot of people around you that were like pointing fingers, like, oh my gosh, they did that to you. That's terrible. And you're like, I didn't even think it was that bad. People are trying to amplify what other people did for you so they can slide in. Again, they thought you were an easy target. And as God is preparing you for this fame, for this popularity, for this recognition, for your chariot to move forward, you have to know that you cannot have the wrong people around you. Then you'll know, like, they're not actually here for you. They're not actually here for you. That's not a great feeling. You want to know that the people that are around you not because they target you, but because they also do the most. They're just as fun. They're a vibe too. They've got their own thing going on. They're just as confident, and they don't care about having that brick wall in their pocket. Oh yeah, this person came in and talked to me crazy. Girl, I said bye. And you're like, yeah, that's how I am. These are the type of people that you're going to be meeting, because you have luxury coming in. You might not have to do it on a luxury budget, but you have luxury coming in. Investments, finer things. You're going to be investing your money differently. So yeah, the other people that are coming in, they're not going to copy you. Okay? They're not going to be a copycat. They're not going to be monitoring you. They're going to be busy building their own legacy, doing their own things, listening to their own intuition, following their own discernment, trying to fix their own damn life. These other people, they're thinking like, oh, well, it'd be so much easier to target collective, the chosen one, versus having to like build my own empire. I mean, I could do that, but you had some people around you that were not following through like they say that they do. They could have said, oh, I'm well known for this and I can do all of that, but they didn't have any proof to back it up. You are seeing at this time in your life who can properly back it up. And Spirit is saying you will see very shortly here who is subpar, who is being simple, and you're just going to be unimpressed. You're going to stay the rebel. You're going to stay the rule breaker. And those that were coming up behind you to sabotage you in any way, shape, or form, they're about to flatline. You don't even got to lift a finger. Okay, they are about to flatline for being sneaky and for telling you what they thought you wanted to hear. Trying to paint all the roses red when you just wanted somebody to be direct and assertive. Like, hey, I am good at such and such and such and such, but I don't think that I can do that. I'm not even gonna lie. Because you don't like being lied to. You like the truth, even if it seems gritty. Even if it seems dirty, the truth is better to you. So you're gonna have a lot of people texting you. Or maybe you feel like you've been fixing a lot of things, so you've been having to text a lot of people. Somebody around you is trying to create an image of wealth, or like they're upper class or they're upscale, but they're actually brokety broke. So if you were working on not comparing yourself, not doing a side-by-side comparison, like, well, dang, I've been trying to get it up out of the mud. I'm a good person. I don't know what's going on with this person. No, don't even do that. Especially these people that wanted to work with you or that have even bullied you. They are trying to create this bubble of wealth, but they're hanging on by a thread. They are hanging on by a thread while you are getting ready to ascend, so you don't need the weight added to you. Everyone that is supposed to be in your life is going to make it lighter. I can't even, physically lighter, mentally lighter, emotionally lighter. It's just going to be lighter, where you can pivot and flow and be like a ballerina. You can run figure eights again, but feeling beautiful, not feeling like you got to run around and put out all these fires. This last week has been crazy for you because you've been having to figure out, like, oh my gosh, well, if I look at it in black and white, it looks like they're the right choice, but they're not. It's this hunch that you have over here that gets you giddy, geeked up, trusting on a whim, but it's not really a whim. Your intuition is a gangster on sight. That's like, F you. Looking at your enemies like, F you. Let's go over here. So this is a big detox, purge, release, reset. You could have also been going through your memory bank of some people that were removed, relocated, evacuated, airlifted out of your life. And maybe you downplayed the shade. Maybe you downplayed the disrespect, their insults, the things that they couldn't help you with. And now you're like, oh, I was making excuses for them. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. When you're dealing with people and you just don't know whether you're working with them, collaborating, dating, whatever it is, after you interact with them, take a voice memo. Today I went out with Johnny and he kind of acted weird and he did this and that. And then listen to it 2 days later when you're trying to gaslight yourself into going back out with Johnny and you know he's a whole piece of crap. You know what I mean? You're going to catch the disrespect, the body language quick. Like, I had somebody around me in the last couple of months that I thought was rolling their eyes at me or making like weird faces when I wasn't looking, and I would turn really quick and catch it, but they could have been looking at anyone in the room. And now that they've been removed, I'm like, oh, they were giving dirty looks. They were giving dirty glares while being phony baloney the house the whole time. Like, oh my gosh, boopity boopity boop. I mean, nice. And then turn around like and scowl. And I was like, oh, well, maybe they're giving the daggers to that person. No, they wouldn't have been removed like that if they were making it towards another person, because I know my divine protection. Archangel Michael in the building. So you guys could be looking for a new match, looking to meet people online. You're ready to date, ready to mingle. Like, if you're excited after this breakup, you just had a breakup and you're excited, good. I'm thinking of that Wolf of Wall Street speech. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think that you're a freaking loser and you're broke? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. So I was driving all over the other day, and I was talking to a family member, and he was like, be safe. And I was like, dude, one day, I'm going to be Wolf of Wall Street in here, and I'm going to have a freaking helicopter. I'm going to have a helicopter like Leo and Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not going to have to drive through all this traffic. It's not happening. I'm just going to hit me on my little private plane, have a helicopter on standby so I can just hop, skip, and jump where I'm trying to go. Because I don't think a rocket ship will cut it. Okay, we have a plot twist on the way. And yeah, you're doing a lot of reminiscing. But reminiscing so you don't make the same mistake. Sirens. I told you Archangel Michael was in the building. Okay. Hope everyone that, is in an emergency is okay. Amen. So you are reminiscing differently. You're reflecting differently. Like, you know what? They were doing that. Be honest with yourself. Keep it a buck. Keep it 1,000. Don't make it all nostalgic and all nicey-nicey. They were removed for a reason. You broke up with them for a reason. You cut them off for a reason. They walked away for a reason. But yeah, that now there's a curveball coming up out of the blue. What is it? You are allowed to leave when something isn't working out. You will be divinely supported. You can... Oh, there's a brick wall in my pocket. Here you go. Here you go. This plot twist is your ascension. Remember we were talking about the extreme makeover in the time machine. Boopity boop. All of that. This time machine is nearing the end. I thought it was going to be a 5 to 7 day thing. But it was maybe going to be a 5 to 7 day thing if the wrong people were involved. And then we had to fight through our intuition and see, no, I deserve better. I could just do this real quick and feel like I'm made over, but it'd feel like a Band-Aid versus getting it from the feet up, having it be thorough, having it be done right. So now something is about to high key, without a doubt. People would be like, oh my gosh, when did they come through? When did they start looking like that? When did they fix all of that? When did they... Wait, what? You are getting your whole life together. Don't doubt it. This is your comeback redemption tour. It's going to be out in the open and obvious that you are a celebrity, that you are famous, that you are well known, that you are popular, that you got your life together. It's about to be well known. So that's another plot twist that maybe you're not expecting. Like, I don't really want people to know. They're kind of going to know. So it's good that you're going through what could be good with people, what could be bad, what could be, good for you, what could not. Because then you're not letting people come in for the clout. You're not letting them come in for bad reasons. People that are maybe studying you on the low, that are wearing a mask, that are not who you think they are. Okay, Holy Spirit, can we get some advice? We have a partnership. Allow supportive partnerships into your life. Wow. And you will attract mutually loving relationships that will fulfill both of your needs. So for a lot of you guys, this could have had to do with love. Seeing that, everybody else thinks that Johnny is this great guy because Johnny's got a great job. Johnny drives a nice car. But Johnny's kind of boring and Johnny's kind of whatever. I don't know what Johnny is. But Johnny could be a bunch of things doesn't really align with you. Just say. Really does not align with you. We have boundaries. When you don't protect or overprotect your boundaries, your needs go unmet. What did I say in the beginning? Be really clear about what it is that you want. Don't dance around it and say, well, I guess that's okay. No, be very specific. Like a whole picture, if you need a whole picture, a whole map, however you need to draw it out. When you don't protect or overprotect your boundaries, your needs go unmet. Review and renew your boundaries. You also have good news on the way. What did I tell you? I told you guys that the wait is nearly over. Expect to receive news of an important issue that will have finally a positive outcome. There is something that you've been going around and around and around, like literally like this, around in a circle. Like, is this person going to fix me? Is this person going to help me? Is this person going to do it right? No. Is this person going to be a good person? No. You've been on this merry-go-round. Like, freaking A. You're dizzy. You're over it. And you cut all the appropriate people off. So now you have good news coming in. Joyful times. A celebration is coming up. A wedding, a proposal, a birthday, or an achievement will be a wonderful time in your life. What did I tell you? You have made the necessary sacrifices. You have made the sacrifices that are necessary, and maybe other people wouldn't go that route, but it was for you. It was for you that you went this way. So whoever tried to cause some third-party craziness in your life, that'll be a wrap. Sometimes you need to walk alone in your journey to consult with your inner guidance, and that is something that you guys have been doing. Let me get back to you. Let me think about that. Let me get a second or third opinion. Sometimes you need to walk alone because you know that your intuition's not going to lie if you give it the time. So you can really see what's going on with some people behind the mask. And then last but not least, we have viral. Be expecting a lot of attention. Messages getting around quickly. You are quickly becoming famous. We got this like 3 times. Popular, network, lucky break. Nothing feels better than this. Last but not least, let's get you guys an angel number. Okay. We have 0110, belief system. Go after what you want. Go after what you want. Think about what you want and who's going to make it easier for you that you would have more fun with. Okay, I want a great life. Is Johnny going to make that hard for me? Or is Bobby going to make that hard? Who's going to make that hard for me because I want what I want? And I've cleared all this room and I've done all this work to make it happen. You are blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from a crowd. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams are coming true very soon. Wow. You are an inspiration. You are talented. You are gifted. Your gratitude is just amplifying your life. This is your guys' angel number. Okay, let me see if I can. Whoa. We have 1111. Wishes come true. Okay. Moderation, patience, flowing. You are in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You are in the right place at the right time, and this is not a coincidence. Okay, if you guys made it to the very, 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 very end, I want you to affirm it below. 1111. My lucky break is here. My lucky break is here. Wishes are coming true. 1111 will tell me that you made it to the very end. I love you guys so much, and I feel like I didn't do a ton of affirmations. I just had way too many distractions and things going on. There are going to be a bunch of new messages on Patreon, and if you're looking for a preview or a glimpse of what type of content that will look like, it will be posted, or it is already posted. The next 7 messages, what those will be, is in the community tab. If you're curious, it's only $11.11 a month. You can cancel at any time. All the messages on there are ad-free, and they're very personal and read for a smaller audience. And I love the topics I get to do, and that's where I just love my Patreon over there, because I just be really blunt and not have to like think about what the overlords of the internet are like. Don't say that, don't do that. So that part's nice. All important links are in the description box. Don't forget to smash the hit the bell. You do not want to miss out. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.